He was just out for a walk. I didn't realize I picked up Princess Jenny of the Empire. Before he could even get a good look at the girl, he was spotted by the king's soldiers behind him. However, Jack, ever sharp, had already noticed them, and quickly maneuvered behind the guards. In an instant, one of the soldiers panicked and swung his sword, but it didn't harm Jack. Yet when the soldier waved his hand, Jack was immediately surrounded by humans. He had always despised humans, and had originally planned to spend the rest of his life alone in the forest. But last night, Jenny had run into the forest, injured and seemingly fleeing from something. She had been pursued by the kingdom's knights, who chased her to this point. The knights tried to continue their pursuit, but someone reminded them that this was the Demon King's territory. So, they turned and went elsewhere in search of her. The princess, however, couldn't afford to let her guard down, and continued fleeing deeper into the forest. Unfortunately, in the darkness and haste, Jenny tumbled off a cliff. Before losing consciousness, she saw a warm light in the distance. It was Jack's home. The next day, a gust of wind blew, and Jack suddenly felt the presence of someone on his land. He decided to investigate, thinking it might be a monster. But when he saw what was in front of him, he realized it was a girl. He planned to take her back and treat her injuries. But just then, the kingdom's knights arrived. The knights demanded that Jack hand over the woman, promising to leave if he complied. But if he protected her, they warned, they would show no mercy. Jack decisively refused the knights' demands. They thought they could overpower him since his hands were bound. But to their shock, Jack could cast magic without using his hands. It was then that the soldiers noticed his half-black, half-white hair, and they were stunned to realize that he was the Demon King of this land.